Hi guys, welcome back to the Mission Empowered podcast with me, your host Emily, and today I am joined by my friend and fellow Fit and Six coach, Nicky.
Hi, you alright?
Yes, so guys, just to give you a bit of background, this is attempt 2 of doing this recording. Yesterday, me and Nick sat down and we did a cracking recording all about the Fit and Six, full of funny stories about us, and the audio was in the simplest terms absolutely shite. So we are now recording on a different platform and hopefully this is going to go okay.
Fingers
So
crossed.
today's episode, guys, is going to be all about Fit and Six, and some of you who have done the last intake of Fit and Six will remember Nick, but this is like her formal introduction, I suppose, into being a Fit and Six coach and working with Team Empowered. So we're going to do a little trip down memory lane, and then we're going to delve into those of you who are maybe joining the Fit and Six or thinking about it, giving you all the info in this episode. So Nick, sorry, I just spoke there for a full solid minute.
It's fine.
How are you, babes? You okay?
I'm good. Yeah, take two.
Good.
Better.
Good, I know. God, what a nightmare getting this done. Anyway, so me and Nick have known each other. We had this conversation yesterday live, so it's maybe a good thing because we worked out it's basically like 20 years now, isn't it?
Yeah, 20 years, if not a little bit more.
If not a little bit more, I know, but we don't want to say more than 20 years. That makes me feel well old. So we'll just say 20 years. Yeah. So yesterday we basically went back in time of like when we first met. So our background is we went to street dance together. That was when we first met, wasn't it?
Yeah, street dance school, yeah, because we used to do all the shows and stuff together, didn't we?
Oh my God, so we didn't talk about yeah, we didn't talk about this yesterday, but do you remember some of the outfits? Do you remember this? I think it was Saturday Night Fever, the lycra with the feather boas. Oh, I loved that outfit.
I've still got some of mine. I used
What
them in the studio.
what colour was yours?
Mine was like bright blue.
So mine was like purple. I remember. I had it. I did have it for years. Yeah. So me and Nick used to dance together, and we've danced on the Empire. What else have we done?
Didn't we do like Disco Inferno in the Gladstone, or was that with college? That was with college.
No, was that with college? Yeah. So we'll get on to that. But now, so we started dance school together, didn't we? When we were like, must have been like 12 or 11, 12, maybe 13, whatever. Then we went to dance school together, dance college together. So we did 2 years together there, didn't we? And then, like we were saying, annoyingly, because no one's going to hear yesterday's podcast, but we were saying yesterday, like we've been to New York with dancing. We've done, what else have we done?
Done loads of things, haven't we? Didn't we do like a workshop in like the Capizio studio or something? Like it when we went to New York, that was good.
We've got such a good memory. Yeah, we did. Did we do something with pineapple?
No, that's London. Oh, we done what was that production we done with college? And it was like an outside theatre thing. Do you remember? Did you do it? It was like the Wizard of Oz, but it was like all outside, and we had to go to Speak Hall and like perform outside.
No. Why did I not do that?
Do it. It was definitely me, Kelly done it, and there was like 4 others of us that done it. It was with like it was called like a travelling like theatre company or something. Fool's Gold, that's what they were called.
Yeah, now I remember, but I just don't think I did do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember, but I remember you doing it. But yeah, anyway, so our background of how we know each other is dancing, dance college, New York, all that. Obviously, like we used to like, then go out together and all that stuff. And then fast forwards a few years, Nick, you did my very first Fit and Six, or maybe the second one, and then you've done 4 Fit and Sixes since. And in that time, you've got married, had 2 babies, and then done the Fit and Six, and now you are a qualified advanced nutrition, qualified personal trainer, and now working with me on the Fit and Six. Yay! So that's a little bit of background of how me and Nick know each other. But babe, why don't you say a little bit about like your journey? Just go for it. Like, when you started the Fit and Six, like why you started the Fit and Six, stuff like that.
Okay, so I started the Fit and Six. It was the October or the November in 2021. I just had my second baby in the February, so like little lockdown baby. So I was feeling a bit like with myself. Couldn't go out, couldn't see anyone. You know, you put on your baby weight, but probably about more baby weight with being in lockdown. Let's be honest. I was just like eating whatever I wanted to eat. So yeah, I just wanted something to make me feel good, something to help me lose like that baby weight. Because I think I put on about almost 3 stone with my second baby. So I had quite a lot of baby weight to lose. So yeah, I done the first Fit and Six, absolutely loved it. And I know it was even different back then because everything was live. You were doing it all live, weren't you? So it was like so
That's
much more.
because did not know how to work a computer, like didn't know how to work. I was like, I'm still really bad now, as we found out yesterday recording that podcast. I'm still a massive technophobe now. But back then I was like, right, PDF. Did you have a spreadsheet?
I think we had a spreadsheet, and I think you'd like the workouts live like every morning, like 6:30 in the morning, but they were like recorded.
Yeah.
But I bet it worked because I dropped like 21 pounds in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Dropped like it's like my biggest drop that I've had weight wise, like fat. Well, I had to lose with that just having a baby. So yeah, and I remember I think I said this on the previous podcast we done yesterday. And I remember having my first works night out in like 2 years, and I felt like $1 million going. I felt like really slim, really confident, like just really, really good mindset going on my first night out since having baby number 2. So it was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. And then I think I just got a bit hooked from there with them because obviously being a mum of 2, self-employed, running a dance school, like, you know, busy as like most mums are, it just like it clicked in my life, and it was just so easy for me to follow because I could follow the program in my own time and make it work for me. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I do love the Fit and Six, because
it's
so
still
adaptable.
like that now. Like we're still very much, you know, the biggest thing for me is this isn't a dictatorship program. Like it's not, you don't get given, you need to eat this for breakfast, you need to eat this for lunch and eat this dinner at this time. It's like, make this work for you so you can make it work ongoingly. That's not a word.
In the long run, yeah.
Like, why would you want to do something for 6 weeks that you can then never? If you do something for 6 weeks, you're either going to go back to square one because it's not sustainable, or you're going to be really disheartened that you think this is how some coaching programs work, which is really sad, is that they'll give you something for 6 weeks to get you great results, but they don't really teach you anything. Like they just tell you to do it. So at the end of 6 weeks, you've then either got to stay on with them or go back to square one and then re-sign up with them. Whereas you will know and you know me as a person as well. Like I literally just want to help people. I want to help women. Like for the 6 weeks, you get the opportunity to stay on with us after, or I'm so confident that the Fit and Six teaches you the basics and you can then go and carry on with afterwards. There's no like smoke and mirrors with it. And like, obviously you did 4, and I said this, I'll say this again now, but like, so Nicky has just been our client coach on the last Fit and Six and was amazing, which obviously why he's staying on, and was amazing and so helpful and so relatable. Like so many people were like, oh, you know, really enjoy Nicky's call. Like you're like, again, you're now not just a client, like you've done your qualifications, you are a coach, and you are super relatable. But for me, the last Fit and Six that you did, I was a bit like Nicky, what are you doing? Like you don't need me anymore. And that was like the turning point for me to think, you don't need to be on the Fit and Six, you need to be like working with me on the Fit and Six and helping other people, because you signed up and every single week you were like, hi, I'm just checking in. I've done all the workouts. I've hit all my protein. I'm loving it. This is the best thing ever. I'm doing all my morning routine and I've dropped 3 pounds. Okay, bye. And I was like, Nicky doesn't need me. Like I was just messaging you like, babe, that's amazing. Well done. So yeah, but you obviously enjoyed them. And like, I love that you messaged me after, like, I think you messaged me and you were like, it's inspired me to like go and do like more learning and more qualifications.
Yeah, definitely. I think like the amount of knowledge and like the understanding that you get from like the webinars and all the information that you send on the Fit and Six, like you said before, I think that's stuff that you don't get with all like the shitty fad diets that everyone's probably done over the years. You get, you know, you used to seeing a diet phase on like the internet and everyone's dropped like 10 pounds in 6 days and you're like, yeah, that's me, I'm gonna do that. You'd be absolutely starving, you felt like crap, you couldn't sleep, and then you'd stop the diet and put twice as much weight back on. And I think that's why, I know you say like I probably didn't need to do the last Fit and Six, but for me I think it's just the accountability and the community group that you get.
Yeah, the
I mean, because
community
I'm
is
like more like
awesome.
home based with my work and
Yeah.
like obviously doing my workouts from home primarily at the time. It's just nice to have other people who are in the same like
Mhm.
journey as you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Relate to and talk to and just like share ideas of, like you said, nothing's dictated in it. You follow it the best you can, and it's just like it's just nice to have that community there as well, and that little bit of extra accountability, isn't it, from being in a group with someone?
Yeah, definitely. And I think I was saying, or we need to stop saying. I was saying yesterday. Oh,
Sorry, this is Belle.
oh my god, I love Belle. Belle just walked across the screen and was like, "Hi guys, can I have my three seconds of fame, please?" Love that. Dying, love that. So, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. We need to stop saying. I need to stop saying on yesterday's podcast because no one's going to listen to it. But what I did say, Belle's took my frame. Oh no, I've got it now. So, like the reason again, like this wasn't you coming on board as a coach wasn't really I was looking for that sort of thing. It was the fact that you were doing so well, you've done so many, and you'd said like I want to get into this, like
Yeah.
how do I get into this? And I was like, wow, I just I could do with the help. Like the Fit and Six gets bigger every single time. I'm maxed out with one-to-one clients. Like I probably do need a bit of help. So I was like, just yeah, come on board with us. And you did smash it on that last Fit and Six, and I know that. But
Thank
I
you.
also feel like you're not coming on board as like another me because you are a mum of two. Like obviously I'm not a mum yet, like, so you primarily get your workouts done at home, whereas obviously I'm more in the gym. And
Yeah.
so rather than being like you coming on and being like a clone of me, you're just coming on and I'm bringing like that different section to the Fit and Six. Is that like, we've got the gym workouts on there, we've got the home workouts on there, we've got people who are mums, and we've got people who aren't, and I just feel like we're both bringing that relatability factor now to it as well. So yeah, that's just, I don't know what I wanted to say that for, but I just did.
No, I
Like,
understand what you
yeah.
mean. It's like it gives women like from all walks of life, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
like be relatable because I've been that woman. I've said, listen, I haven't got time for this. I want to do it, but I can't do it. But I've proved to myself over the last like 2 years that you can do
Yeah.
it, and you can do it,
Yeah.
a daily basis, and you can make it like a habit in your life, and you just get on with it, and you just make yourself like a new little routine and stuff like that. So it just shows the obviously different backgrounds, working mums, people who are maybe like working like very heavy like business style jobs and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
just different walks of life. It's relatable for everyone to be able to do it, which I
That's
think
what I relate to. Yeah, I relate to the people who are like running their own business. I relate to people who said, well, it's the same really, but like, people when they prioritize other things, I get it from like a business point of view, you get it from a kid point of view. Like,
Yeah,
I actually would say Buddy is like my child, but I know that he's not, and I know people would be like, come on. But honestly,
fair baby.
Fib, Nick, I swear to God, if we had like a camera on a wall where me and Ollie sit with the dog like a child, and we're like, I love you. By the way, Ollie's going to get roasted that I've just said that on here. Like, we hold him like a child, and we're like, buddy, the baby, like, we love you. Yeah, it's not great. Sorry, Ols. Right, you literally just touched, what you say?
I used to sing to my cat before I had kids. She never used to like it. Used to like force her to do it.
Get away from me. Right, you just nailed it. So that's like, I think we've covered like intro of me and you. Obviously, I hope everyone can hear like how great you are. Like, just gonna blow smoke up your ass now. But and this is what I said to you. Like, I feel like we're very similar. Like, we're both highly motivated. You've got your own business, I've got my own business. We've got that we're both not center of attention, that's not the words I'm looking for, but like outgoing. Like, we've both got that performing arts background, even though you are way better at it than me. Like, I do you remember the last few months of college when I started working in the gym and then just used to like fuck it off, really? Do you remember that?
To be fair, I think we were all quite bad in college. Like, I used to come in on a Monday with a hangover. I remember Sarah used to be like giving me extra warm-ups to do, like to punish me because I was hungover. And I was like, but I'm here, aren't I? I'm doing it. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah, we were
Hey, but we've got our
I
own
think
business out of it, so
exactly. Like, we've got I think the first year that we were in college, we absolutely smashed it. And I think like we were like a start. Then we all must have started turning like 18, going the pub, learning to drive. And then I just remember like we used to finish college, didn't we, at like 3 and then be like, should we go to the pub? Or
Yeah.
remember that money you used to get from college?
Oh, what was it called?
Not PSA, but something
No.
like that.
Yeah, 3 letters used to get it, didn't we? Every Friday. It was meant to be buy like supplies.
Yeah, was it like £15 or something? It
I think it
wasn't
was
like that much,
30, you
was
know? I
it?
think like
It was
30
it?
a week, yeah, because I used to
Oh
think
my god! And we used to go to the pub, yeah. So basically, we were saying before we started this pod yesterday about how it's great how both me and Nick actually have been through like a bit of a journey as well. Like I was a lot bigger. The weight actually from dance college, our weight fluctuated because actually when we left actually dance college, I was quite small, but not in a healthy way. Like I had a really bad relationship with
I
food,
was
and I think fucking everyone
like
did, didn't they?
I
Yeah,
get me and Kelly talk about it all the time because me and Kelly were the same weight throughout college and she's a lot tinier than me.
yeah.
I was like, for me to be that weight, that couldn't have been right. Like when I look back,
No. I remember I was like a size 8 with like a lollipop head. But then this is actually really good to talk about because what we were doing at the end of college, remember we were doing like 12-hour rehearsal days, like and our nutrition was like flapjacks and chips, cheese and
yeah,
gravy because our, teachers, bless them, were like, you need to go and get calories in, you need to have energy. So our nutrition was fucked. And then what happens when you go from doing all of that exercise
doing
to
nothing.
into a summer of doing nothing is that you balloon.
Honest to God, it's crazy. I remember being in college, like, God, I don't even know how many hours used to go, and I was working a full-time job as well. And then go, and you think, like,
I
you,
was working in the gym. That's when I started working in the gym when we were in
yeah,
college.
I remember.
Yeah.
I was in there. Where was I? Oh, me and Kelly worked in the Lady Lever Art Gallery. And we used to go in. I was every Saturday and Sunday. We used to do full days, Saturday and Sunday, and then still find time to socialise. And you're like, how on earth did you like
How
live
did you
off
do
there
that?
week?
I know, madness. I don't know why we went on that tangent,
No,
but basically we've both been on our own little journey with
yeah,
food, exercise, and also never really understanding until later. Okay, this is how it works, this is why it works. Anyway, so here we are back to square one. I just want to cover then, Nick, something that you said 10 minutes ago that I've been trying to get onto is that you mentioned about mindset and habits. So I've got the breakdown now of like just to highlight, of our Fit and Six and what's coming up and what people can expect. So I've got a little breakdown. So something you said before there was, really realizing as like a working mum of two, being busy, that actually it's down to that mindset and then habits that you learn from Fit and Six that make you realize, okay, it's not doable. I just need to get my head in the game or work out the habits that work for me. So what were like some of the habits that you picked up from, like, say, I don't know, like the first or second Fit and Six habit wise that you think, okay, these are like game changers?
game changer for me. The big one was getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I was like, obviously, I think when you're a busy mum and you're working, you're just kind of on autopilot. Your mornings are hectic. It's like, you're rushing around, the kids are rushing around. There's always like something to do or someone to get somewhere, which I'm sure all the mums can relate to as well. So for me, it was making a point of making myself get up like half an hour or an hour earlier than the kids were getting up. More like one, to do my workout if it was workout day, or two, even just to get up and just have a little bit of time to like actually wake up, get some water in, feel like a bit awake and feel ready for the day.
Think and just have your thoughts for the
Yeah, and
day.
before the
Yeah.
Fit and Six, I'd have been like, oh, why would I want to get out of bed like an hour early? Do you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just felt like that was like the biggest game changer for me, was getting up and being a little bit more organised and a little bit more set up for me day. Ready before all the chaotics of like the school run and like getting to work and
Mm-hmm.
all that. So that was like the biggest game changer for me. Second one, I think it was water. I mean, I drink a lot of water anyway. I thought I did. I don't drink fizzy drinks. I drink coffee, but mostly water is like my go-to drink that I'll have every day. Because I think, was it the first Sit and Six or the second one? I think I messaged you and I was like, I'm drinking like 4 or 5 litres of water a day because I'm so thirsty. Like, is this normal? And I remember you telling me about like your body's water filter system.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
body
yeah.
probably just needs it because it just needs to like replenish how
Like
much
top it
water
up.
you have
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Also, let's just throw a little side note in. You are like a dance teacher as well, so you
yeah,
are constantly
moving.
perspirating. Like for someone obviously who sits down all day, they probably don't need to drink 4 or 5 litres of water, but you were like on the go
Yeah,
all the time. Yeah, and exercising on top of it as well.
exactly. So I was like, yeah, need this water. But I think water has so underestimated of the how much benefit you get from the water, and I would never have known that until I learned
Yeah.
what from yourself doing the Fit and Six. So like all like the better sleep came from that back then. So I was like, yeah, this is amazing. Skin was better, felt healthier, had more energy, and not to go into too much detail, but I suffered with my stomach a little bit before I started the
Oh,
Fit and
yeah, like go for a shit more?
yeah, all the
Yeah.
time. And then
Don't worry about that round here, babe. I talk about this all the time on
I
the
think it's like
podcast.
the second fit into because I think I'd done two back to back the first time, and when I got into the second one, it was like completely stopped. I think that's obviously changed, adding more water into my diet and changing my nutrition as well. Like
Mhm,
that's
mhm.
like a big game changer for like my stomach habit. So like that was amazing because obviously,
Yeah, I think just on that habit thing, like what you just said about water. So the reason I've structured these, what we're going to talk about, is because I feel like yes, you know, the thing about Fit and Six is I know primarily people will want to come in for fat loss, which you do get, but when you come into the Fit and Six, we don't, you know, solely focus on fat loss. We're like, look, fat loss is going to be the byproduct of you doing these mindset shifts, doing these habit changes, doing these workouts, understanding about nutrition. Once you get your head around all of that, you are going to drop body fat. And I feel like the reason that the Fit and Six gets such good results in just 6 weeks, which is not a lot of time, but it's because we remove the focus of scale weight. We remove
yeah,
the focus of I'm doing this to burn calories. And we're like, no, we're doing this because we want to feel better in our mindset. We want to feel more positive. We want to have more energy. That's why we're doing that. And when we have all that more energy and we feel light and we feel debloated and we feel better, we're more inclined to carry on with it. Whereas I feel where people go wrong is they're like, right, I'm going to eat this because I want to lose fat. I'm going to go on this morning walk because I want to burn calories. And like, it's just like, well, fucking boring,
yeah,
really. Like, you know, and that's the only positive you're getting out of it. So, Fit and Six, we work on mindset and habits. So you feel good because when you feel good, you are more inclined to carry on doing it.
oh,
Like,
definitely.
yeah,
I said earlier, like obviously the first Fit and Six, I dropped a hell of a lot of weight, like 21 pounds is a lot of weight to lose. But again, it was
yeah.
weight, so it was there to lose. The last Fit and Six I done with, yeah, I don't think I lost that much. I think it was, well, I say it's still, I think it was about 4 or 5 pounds, but I
Yeah.
lost like about 10 centimeters around my waist and my
Your
hip.
shape was
It
very
completely
good, wasn't
changed.
it?
And
Yeah.
yeah, I was a lot more defined. And to me, I think like that was where like the scale weight like thing like clicked for me. I'm like, well, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I can see that I look better. I feel more confident. My clothes feel nicer on me. I feel healthier in myself. I've got a lot more energy. And I'm like, so ideally, you've got to weigh
That
up. You're like, that's like more
100%.
sustainable moving
That
forward.
brings me on to the next point. I love how you're just doing this and you haven't got the notes I have. Well done, Nick. But what you just said then, though, babe, is about the last Fit and Six you did. You notice like the shape change, and how I promote our Fit and Six workouts is shape changing workouts, like not fat burning workouts, because effectively there's no such thing as fat burning workouts. Like, you know, fat burning, it comes from like a calorie deficit. You can do that
Yeah.
from food or whatever. But shape changing workouts, you know, the reason that we do full body resistance training, whether that's home or whether that's in gym, is to build up that muscle tone. Because as you're dropping fat with your steps and your food, with you building muscle tone and shape change, that's like what you just said. That's where maybe the scales aren't going to massively drop down if you're coming in and, you know, haven't got loads of weight to lose, loads of fat to lose, which I personally think now we have about a 60-40 split of 60% of women want to come in and focus on fat loss, but now we're getting women who are coming in that maybe don't have a lot of fat, if any, to lose, but they don't feel great in their body.
Yeah.
And, you know, they want that shape change like you did on the last one. They
Yeah.
want to have that shape change. And that's why, again, you know, yes, fat loss is a byproduct of the Fit and Six, but it is so much more. And shape change and workout is what we go for because, you know, one of the best sayings I've ever had. Like if you're not doing weight training or exercise, but you're losing fat, you're gonna look like a deflated balloon. Like
Yeah.
no one, you're just going to look like a skinny fat version of yourself. Like, you don't want that. You want to drop body fat and go, wow, I feel more shapely. Like, I feel a bit nicer in my clothes, you know. So that's workouts covered then. Bosh, shape changing workouts, that's what we do. And you can do that from home or gym. Like, and again, bringing it to the table. I specialize more in gym. Nick's going to specialize more in home. And but we both bring it to the table. Okay, so let's just touch on them, babes, which we have touched on a little bit, but like the food, the nutrition side of the Fit and Six. So I think, again, people who have done programs before maybe come into the Fit and Six and we're like, oh, can't you just tell me what to eat? We're like, no, because that's not going to give you longevity. Like, you know, where did you did the first Fit and Six 2021. We're now at the end of 2023, like 2 years later. If on that first Fit and Six I just told you what to eat, well, you wouldn't be where you are now because you'd have no understanding from it.
You wouldn't stick to it because you wouldn't be like, oh, well, I'm eating. It's like the fad diets that you do, isn't it? Like years ago,
Yeah.
like they'll specifically tell you can have this for your breakfast, you can have this, and by the first, second, third week, you can't be arsed, and you it's not satisfying you. Whereas I think Fit and Six wise, nutrition wise, you get given your protein. You know what I mean? Like you get given your calorie deficit.
Calories, yeah.
It's up to you then. So you can go and look at the recipes, or you can, you know, ask for advice, or you can make your own recipes up and share them. And it's like, I found as well, it makes you experiment a little bit more with food and with meals.
Take ownership.
Yeah, definitely.
And because when you take ownership, that ownership is making you understand it. And when you understand it, that is a lesson in your head that goes, okay, I get it now. Therefore, you can carry on doing it. The problem with being given a meal plan and saying, do this with no context, you don't understand it. Therefore, you don't really want to keep going with it and you don't learn anything from it. So like you said, yes, personally, I think well, not I think, I know, you get given your calories and your protein, you get given your meal inspiration, which has got breakfast, lunch, and dinners in it.
Yeah.
You get given what's new for this Fit and Six is how to build a meal. So out of protein, fats, and carbs and your veggies, I literally show you this is what an example meal would look like. This is how you would build it. You want one from this, two from this, so that's new as well in this Fit and Six. Like, you get everything, but what you have to remember is like the autonomy lies with you. Like, you have to take ownership of going, okay, what do I want to build in this meal? But again, we talk about on the Fit and Six the importance of meal planning. We have one of our habits, which is every Sunday, plan your week ahead. Sit down with the fam, get the fam involved. What meals are you having? Don't get to Wednesday, freak out that you haven't done the shop, don't know what you're having, and then what happens? You order a chippy. Like, all of these things are what we overcome and show you how to make it part of your life rather than it being dictated of your life. Because having a meal plan, being given a meal plan, that's being dictated your life. Like, and we're not about that.
No, you can't do it. I think as well, like, obviously your meal prepping, your meal planning, it's just going to make your life easier in general anyway. If you sat there and made your dinner for work for the next 3-4 days, all you've got to do in the morning is literally get up and take it out the fridge. Like, you're saving yourself time initially, and it's just making everything so much easier on a daily basis. That's what I like about the meal prep. Because, like, I do, God, I think I've had this breakfast nearly every day for the past 2 years, but I do the overnight oats off the recipe sheet from like the Fit. And it's just like, it's tasty, it fills me up, it's nutritional, it's full of protein, and I'll make it on a Sunday night and put it in the fridge, and I know I've got breakfast Monday to Friday then, and all I have to do is then make it again for over the weekend. And I just pick it up, grab it, go to work. It's so much easier than faffing around.
It's so funny you said that, because I have out the recipe book the yogurt, fruit and cereal. And I've probably had that for like the last 4 years as well. When people are like, I want to change for breakfast, I'm like, what else would you eat for breakfast?
My youngest Carly, he says to me, Mummy, every morning, Mummy, what you got? You oats and blueberries. Oats and blueberries, he calls. I'm like, yeah, I've got oats and blueberries. He goes, again.
But yeah, so food wise, we covered that one. Like, we show you like the importance of, we show you what to eat. Also, what I love about Fit and Six is we tell you why you need to eat it. So, big one, we know protein. People don't understand protein. The other big one though is people, when they say, what should my carbs be? What, should I cut my carbs down? And we're like, oh my God, no, you need carbs for energy. And we explain why you need to be eating carbs, fats, and protein, like the importance of all of them as a balanced diet. So again, people who've done low carb diets in the past, come into Fit and Six and say, I feel like I'm eating too many carbs, and we're like, yeah, have you dropped metrics? Have you dropped weight? Yeah, but I'm like, well, shut up then. Like, it's fine. Get your head around it that you can eat chocolate.
But hasn't it, over the years, all these diets, like carbs are bad, carbs. I remember doing the Atkins years ago, and I remember it got that bad. I had a dream about bread.
Right, have you listened to my, I don't know if you have, I only put it out last week, my podcast from last week.
No, I don't think I'm up to that one.
You will love it. You will love it. So I talk about my fat loss fails, and I talk about the Atkins diet as well. I'd done the Atkins diet, and like I used my diet on the Atkins diet was literally bacon and cheese for breakfast, and then to get me through day was a Diet Coke and a pack of Chewy ears, and then to come home I would have a chili, which basically isn't even on the Atkins because of like the tomato sauce in it anyway, but with more cheese on. And I remember thinking on day 5, I should probably be having a shit about now, like, and I'd just not been in the toilet. I had terrible trumps, but I'd not been in the toilet. So yeah, Atkins diet, none of that round here. But again, that's the importance of carbs that we explain about as well, is that they contain energy to make you want to do the best out of your workouts and your walks, but also fiber as well. Fiber is really important to make sure you are going for a poopy,
We're going to go for the poopy, haven't we?
We're going to go for a poopy. But yeah, so food, we delve into food in it. Right, let's just cover results and check-in. So we obviously spoke about your results. I just put something out on Instagram today that I really want to zone in on with anyone listening to this thinking about doing the Fit and Six, is that the results, it isn't just a physical transformation program. And we know that from the type of feedback that we get, is that people come into the Fit and Six thinking, okay, I might lose, 7 pounds, I might lose a stone, whatever. But the feedback at the end of it is, wow, like, I feel like this has been life-changing. I feel like this has opened my eyes now to how I'm going to live my life post Fit and Six. And even when I started the Fit and Six, did not think this was what it was going to be. But you can't deny every single intake I do now, that is the feedback. It's not a one person thing, it is a continuous thing. And like at the last Fit and Six we did, I'm due on today, so probably I'm getting emotional, but I sat and read the feedback and literally was like happy crying. And Ollie came in, he was like, you okay? And I was like, read this. Like, and it literally was just so many people saying, like, I feel like this is life changing, like how, like what we touched on dead early on, mindset and habits. Like, I can't believe that right now I don't feel like I've got that all or nothing mindset. I don't feel like I need to worry about social occasions. I don't feel like I can't have an ice cream with my kid. Like, that is awful to be ever to me, to feel like you can't make cakes with your kid, or go for an ice cream, or I remember one girl saying to me that her husband always says, can I take you out? And she was always like, no, because I don't want to go out because I don't feel nice. And 2, I felt guilty because I wasn't happy in my body, so I felt like I couldn't go out for a meal with my husband. And like now she works with me 1-to-1 and she is like thriving. And because the biggest thing here is we've broke that mindset. Like, yes, she's losing weight, but her mindset and her outlook on life has completely changed as well. And she started in the Fit Six, and she was like, that for me is what the results is based on, is not just, we know that the byproduct is going to be shape change and fat loss, and we do absolutely back that, but it's coming in with so much more and going, right, I'm willing to, or like, I'm ready to break this mindset and give myself more of a positive outlook on life.
Definitely. And I think when you read through the check-ins, you can see that as like like a few people on it, you could just read and say that like that mindset had just clicked and changed for them, like all of a sudden. Because although they were still putting like their metrics in, you could see they'd lost weight that week, they'd lost centimeters. When they were answering like, what's your biggest win? It was all on mindset. So like, although they were still achieving like the weight loss goal from it, like the overall like achievement for them that week was a mindset achievement, which was
and that's so much bigger.
But yeah, definitely, because it's gonna keep you going, isn't it? It's gonna, how would you go back to not being feeling like that and not wanting to that? Like, no, it's brilliant.
So that was just a little bit on our results, and as we said, we just touched on like the check-in process. So how we how we check in, like for me, it's not, we say weekly check-in, but you get to speak to us every single day. Like we have our Facebook community every single week. I do a live call, then Nick does a live call. We're constantly in the Facebook group, and then you get a one-to-one check-in every week as well. But I think compared to other 6-week programs where it literally is one point of call a week, we are very passionate about, listen, this is you and I now for the next 6 weeks. We're in this team together. Like if you want to be in there every day, you be in there every day, like rally around each other, support each other. And I think, again, for me, that's what we love about the Fit and Six, is like that community aspect from day one till week 6 of just rallying around and pushing each other and being open and saying, you know, I've had a great day today, but also saying, girls, I'm a little bit struggling, or we've seen in the community, if someone puts in, you know, I'm struggling to do my steps or find motivated to get my workouts, within about 2 minutes before me and you even get to read it, there's 18 people who are commenting saying, you can do it, come on, like build it. Yeah.
I love that. That's what makes the community group like so heartwarming, is like you've got a group of like, wow, how many women who don't know each other, never met each other, don't even know what each other look like, but yet they're showing support for each other and helping each
100%.
other.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, and that's so guys, we've covered everything, and that's why you should join. So the last thing I do want to say is something that is, we've got a couple of new things for this Fit and Six. Like me and Nick have been working together saying how we can make it better, what can we do? So we're putting on more calls in the week. We're doing a Fit and Six fit check. So as much as because Nikki reminded me when she first did the first Fit and Six, we did like a fitness, I don't want to say fitness test because it's not testing against anyone, but that's why I've called it a fit check, because it's just you and it's for you to measure where you're at the beginning, not get hung up on it. You know, it's optional. It's not even a necessity. It's optional, but then do it at the end. So you've just got another form of congratulating yourself. Is that, yes, your metrics might have come down. Yes, your photos look better. Your mindset's better, but also you're seeing, oh my God, I could only do 1 press up on my knees. Now I could do 5 full press ups in 6 weeks, you know, and having that side of things. And then the last thing is cash prize. So I get buzzing, as I've just said, when we look at our community and people checking in and just having these mindset shifts. Like, it's so amazing to see that this time I want to give back to the best Fit and Sixer who is gonna, you know, try the hardest. It's not about a physical transformation. It's about the overall transformation that someone makes in them 6 weeks of trying their best, supporting others, and just being like, just encompassing that empowered vibe of, you know, having a big mindset breakthrough, you know, not just tracking the calories, but, you know, if the day that they don't track the calories, like they don't lose the shit, like that's admirable. And that is having that mindset shift. So there is going to be a cash prize at the end of this Fit and Six for the most empowered Fit and Sixer. So that was new as well. So guys, if you like the sounds of the Fit and Six, which why you wouldn't, I've got no idea, because even I want to sign and I designed the program. But like, so if you, me and Nick will be running our next Fit and Six the 8th of January 2024. And if you do have any questions, please fire them over to me at _em.powered. Now you've got a little insight to both me and Nick and our past and how we've reconnected. It's quite cute, really, actually. Like, love that.
Didn't we?
Say again.
Make a movie.
I know, like, no, can you imagine? Do you remember when we went dressed up as pirates? Was that us? Or did I just feel like a pirate? I had like brown cords on and a white shirt and a brown belt. Do you remember that outfit? Why do I remember that outfit?
What were you wearing for? Just like a normal day?
No, a night out. It was, we went to your house first, and then I remember going out thinking I feel like a pirate, but I was quite made up that I looked like a pirate. I don't know why.
It must have been a trend. We always used to go back to, we used to have random sleepovers and get my mum to make us jacket potatoes.
Oh my God, right. Yeah, so anyway, there's a little bit of me and Nick. And if you want to join us for the Fit and Six, guys, January the 8th, we are starting. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you for listening. Nick, thanks for joining for the second time. Felt like that was much better than the first one anyway. And yeah, we'll see you in January, guys. As always, drop me a message if you enjoyed this or any questions over on Instagram at _em.powered, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Love you. Bye. Bye, Nick.
Bye.